Hello. You're gonna have to ignore how tired I look. I feel like I look high, but I'm just really tired. It is October 3rd, 166.2 or something. It was pretty close to 165, which is great. It's almost 40 pounds. It's 39 pounds since April 12th. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That's 7 months, almost 7 months. So not bad. I'd preferred a little bit more by now, but it's my fault because I haven't been exercising or really counting calories. I've been watching what I eat, I just haven't been counting calories. So past couple days I have been counting calories. I still have not been exercising. I had a really major like PCOS flare up, and so I could barely stay awake for 2 days there, and it's because of birth control. So I was supposed to not bleed on this birth control, and I did for, I want to say like 16 or 18 days. It was up there. And so she told me to stop taking it for 7 days and then restart it, like a new pack. So I am on day like 5 of 7, and I'm just kind of like waiting to be able to take it again because I'm really tired. And I've got, the whole point of me like not being on birth control is because it makes me so depressed. And I just went through this like super bad like depression bout. I'm not gonna cry. That today is really the first day that I've like been able to do anything. Today I also got in a little bit more exercise, so I'm working up. It's just like the depression and the fatigue make it really hard. But hopefully that's like over now. I am gonna start doing my walks again once it stops being 100 degrees out. It's October 3rd and it was like 101 today, which is stupid. But anyway, my goal is to try, I've got 2 months left until Disney. I want to try to lose like 15 pounds by then, which is definitely like a crazy number, but I think I could do it if I start like actually counting calories and exercising. So anyway, I am going to take care of my kid and check on my dog and stuff. But I just wanted to do that update since I can, because I've been so just miserable. And I haven't been able to keep up with anything, let alone like a video diary. Yeah, so I was gonna email my doctor about that, and then I was literally like, what's the point? I'm so fucking depressed. Like, there's no point in even talking to your doctor about like your immense depression. What? Clearly I'm coming out of that. She told me, like, when I said my birth control is it made me crazy, you know, made me super depressed, miserable, anxious, like all of those things. She was like, well, if you skip your periods, that won't happen because the hormones aren't going to fluctuate. So I was like, all right, bet. And then my period like refused to be skipped. It like literally started. I skipped that placebo week and my period still started like the day that it was supposed to. And it's just been a mess. So to go, I guess just walk in circles around my house, get some steps in at least. I went swimming today, so that was, you know, a good little bit of exercise. But count your calories and get your exercise if you really want this shit to work. Yes, it will work, like regardless. I've lost 40 pounds, but I could have lost 70 by now. So, and that's a shame. So anyway, that's like a pain, but it's whatever. I am gonna go. I guess I'll just update this like every shot that I do, I'll update it. We'll see where I'm at. So I think that's how it's gonna work for the next couple months. So bye. Okay, I'm walking laps right now. So, but this is the only time that I've had to come on here and update. 158.8 as of yesterday. I didn't check this morning. Which is pretty good. I feel good. That's like 46 pounds total, I think, because I started at 205. So we're getting close to 50 pounds down, which is crazy. The thing that I wanted to come on here and talk about was that my lab work is normal. So I was seeing I forget the name for the doctor. He's also an oncologist, so I just refer to him as an oncologist, but he specializes in like blood work and stuff too. And he I've been seeing him for high auto neutrophils and high platelet counts and high white blood counts. And he came to the conclusion that it was caused by PCOS. So if you're having any of those things come back high on your blood work and you don't know why, it might be PCOS. And so anyway, that my last appointment was 6 months ago, which is about when I started the Wegovy. And now my white blood count's normal, my platelet count's normal, my neutrophils are normal. He was so shook. He was like, I'm really tired of doctors just putting women on birth control for PCOS because you've only lost, 40 something pounds and your blood work's clear. Like, you don't have to see me again. He basically was like, you can come back if stuff gets weird again, like, call us, but we don't have to see you again because your blood work's normal now. And I got in my car and about cried. I called everyone that I know, who I care about. And I just was like, I cannot believe that after, I've been fighting at least the high white blood count for like 10 years now. Maybe even more like 12 years. So it's wild. It's never been normal like this ever. And I have so many things to say about that, but talk more about the Wegovy, I guess. But yeah, blood work's normal. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. I haven't had any caffeine. So, speaking of caffeine, I'm still having a hard time drinking coffee at all. If I do, it has to be iced and like super mixed with stuff, like sugary stuff. So I just quit altogether. Right now I'm having a chai latte with a shot of espresso in it. It's my like once a week treat that I get, and that, doesn't make me sick. So there's that. Other than that, completely have switched to just black tea in the morning. I'm still on 2.4. I have an appointment on December 18th, I believe. It's December something. And she's going to talk about if I need to stay on 2.4 for longer or start weaning down. I'm going to probably stay on it for longer because I want to be down to like 130, 120 before I start weaning down. 0.4 was a bitch and a half to get used to, but now my body is sort of adjusting, and that might be my brother. He might be here. I might have to go. Now my body's adjusting. I'm only nauseous when I eat like shit. Yep, that's him. And or if I like do too much of anything, too much water, too much whatever, too much fat, whatever. The hardest part about it is still getting enough protein. So I already had a protein shake. That was my breakfast. That was 22 grams. So that's a good kickstart for the morning. Hopefully I can get more for the rest of the day. It's really hard to stay in a calorie deficit and be high protein. And also, like, I'm not a vegetarian or vegan or whatever, but I don't like meat. So I don't eat a lot of it. Anyway, I'm going to go and I will come back with more in a minute. Hi, welcome back. It's 2 weeks later after I started filming the last update. I just got busy that day. Me and my brother hung out for a while. But anyway, I don't know what I said I was at my last week. I'm 157 today. And I've been really, really struggling basically ever since 162. I've been kind of like stuck. Not sure what I'm doing wrong because I'm still eating within calorie limits and I'm still exercising. Yeah, anyway, I'm stuck at this weight, and I think part of it could be I'm just not getting enough water or enough protein. So I've been upping my protein game. I have not had any water today at all, which I know is bad. I just didn't have time this morning, running out of the house like in a rush to make sure my kid got to school on time, and then pretty much come straight here to do the walk that I do. I'm gonna be leaving here pretty soon though, and when I get home I will drink a ton of water. So anyway, yeah, stuck at like the 150s, 160 region, which sucks. When I hit 150, that is when I'm officially overweight and no longer obese. So it's like a big goal for me to hit. I plan on like buying a bunch of makeup and like clothes and stuff as like a reward for myself. I have like 7 pounds to go to get to that. and I'm trying to do it by the end of this month, but it's already like the 19th or the 20th, and it's just not, there's no way I'm going to be able to get down to 150 in, I think, 10 days. I'd have to lose like almost a pound a day, so I'm not going to starve myself or anything. I'm just trying to be like even more mindful. I feel like I'm being so healthy and like so like in sync with my calories and my steps and stuff. Yeah, as I was saying in my last clip, blood work came back completely normal. Went through my blood work and he was like, dude, your white count hasn't been normal like ever. Basically ever since I started getting blood work done, my white count has always been high, and it's because my body is like always trying to fight this inflammation that's like that the PCOS is giving. He said that I can come back like as needed, but he doesn't need to make me another appointment right now because the way that things are looking is really good. And even my anemia is like correcting itself. I'm still anemic, but I'm not as low as I was. So I just got lucky. I don't know how to like, I mean, I tried metformin, I tried inositol, I tried berberine, I tried spearmint tea. I was on so many supplements, vitamin D, prenatals, like B12 shots, doing these types of walks every day, working out, strength training, cardio, HIIT, circuit training, like aerobics, kickboxing. I was doing so much every day, and I wouldn't lose weight, or it would be like 5 pounds. And then that was including being on metformin, which was just making me like shit my pants. And then I got on this, I got on it in April, and it's November, so I lost 50 pounds, or at least close, which is like, by now I was hoping to kind of be at my goal weight, but I kind of had a feeling it would be slow for me just because it's always been slow for me no matter what. People are starting to say stuff to me now. I'll finish that thought in a minute, but I think that even though like I'm getting back on track, perhaps my metabolism just has so much damage that it can't regulate itself yet, and it can't go back to how it was yet. So, I mean, I've been struggling since I was, I think 16 is when like weight gain started, 18 is when it peaked, and then it's kind of just been like an uphill battle from there. So, what time is it? I do have to leave soon. 11:11, make a wish. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know. Oh yeah, people are starting to notice, like today at my daughter's school, I saw a mom that I hadn't seen for a couple of weeks. Not even that long, just a couple weeks. And she was like, you look good. And I was like, thanks, I'm like working my ass off. And then like, there's also the whole like, don't look at the number on the scale because you're exercising and it's muscle, and you know, once you work out, it can stay on, you can be in a plateau for 3 months. And that's not what I want either. I don't want to be in a plateau for 3 months. I don't want to look like this for another 3 months. I know that I look better than I did, but I also know that I'm not where I want to be yet. And that my goal of December 1st for 120 pounds was like, I mean, it was already a pretty outrageous goal to have, but I really thought that I could do it. And I would have been able to. I don't know if it was just from me being lethargic for those few months, getting back on birth control maybe didn't help, because it is just making me bleed, and it's nonstop, and I am having 2 to 3 periods a month, and I'm really, really tired of that, or they'll last for over 2 weeks. So I'm probably, like, tomorrow I'm going to talk to her about it, because I already have enough problems with my periods without them being frequent like this. That's the other thing. This article came out, which I feel like was a lot of hearsay and bullshit. I didn't really fact check it. I just read it, and then I had to go do something. I'll see if I can find it and put it in here. But it said that women with PCOS should, like, be done completing their families by the time that they're 30. And that, to me, I mean, I'm 26, I have 1 kid, I want more, but I want to be at a healthy weight before I get pregnant again. That's the whole reason I got on Wegovy. My original plan was to get pregnant, like, this year and be, like, giving birth right now. to our second. And we talked about it. I thought about it a lot, and I decided to get on the shot because my pregnancy was so hard with my first daughter and I know that weight contributed to that. There's no way that it didn't, especially like the pain, the joint pains and stuff. So, and probably, I don't know, it probably was just not good for anything. And then I gained 50 pounds on top of already, I think I was 190 when I got pregnant with her. So it was bad. But anyway, we decided, we're going to push it a year, lose the weight. Where was I going with this? Sorry, ADHD is real today. To get pregnant in March of next year or April, and then have a winter baby, which is my goal anyway, because I had my daughter in the summer, and being that pregnant when it's 105 out is not for the weak-hearted. If you are pregnant and you're watching this in August and where you live it's 105 out, I feel you, dude. Talked about that article too, and I told my fiance, I was like, I didn't fact check it, I don't know how true this is, and I know lots of women with PCOS who have babies well into their 30s, 40s even. It's not impossible. It probably does just get fucking harder though. So now we're like, okay, well maybe we'll try for twins. Get 2 out of the way real quick and then not have to worry about any more after that. To go pick up my daughter from school now. We have been, my Fitbit battery's dying. At least it didn't die while I was walking. We're at 2.5 miles. And how many steps, girl? Almost 6,000 steps, so not bad. So I'm gonna go pick up my kid. I'm trying to decide if I want to get a coffee or not. Just because I don't get coffee often anymore. Probably not. I need water. That's what I need. So anyway, I'll probably give an update after my appointment if there's anything to update about. Which there very well might not be. Oh my god, my watch died. Dude, it better have tracked that workout. I swear to god, it better have tracked that workout. Okay, I'm outie. Outie R8. But I did my doctor's appointment. I just wanted to update. She said the same thing about my blood work looking really, really good. I have makeup all over. Still at 157, which is a little frustrating. I'm gonna start prioritizing self-care every night and just prioritizing relaxation. Tonight I'm gonna do a bath and a face mask, and I'm gonna do lotion and stuff. I'm just gonna do things that bring me joy. I didn't say anything about being in a plateau to my doctor because I always forget to say stuff like that. But I did mention being on birth control and what it's been doing to me, which we're not surprised that this is what's happening with it, because every time I get on it, this is what happens. Just pretty constant bleeding without ever stopping. It's me to be on it for another few months. She said 1 or 2 months, and hopefully, she said don't skip the placebo week, just take it. So instead of going into a whole new pack, just to continue with the placebo pills, which sucks because part of why I agreed to get back on birth control was to skip periods. And it doesn't look like I'll be able to do that anymore. So basically what I decided to do is just finish my refills that I have, and then be done with that if it's still happening. I'm currently actively bleeding right now, and it's just been days of this. So yeah, that's the update. Still 157. So hopefully the next time I come on here it's 150. Okay, hello. I just wanted to do a quick update. It's December 9th, I believe. Just ignore how I look. We just got back from a vacation to Disneyland, and prior to this vacation, I was super struggling, at 156, 157, not losing, and then the vacation happened, and I got home, and I was 155, and then today, I'm 153, so I'm almost overweight and not obese, which is, I think 150 is my first, real goal that I'm gonna be hitting. I've been waiting for 150 this entire time, and it's gonna be any day now. So it's Sunday. I'm doing my shot today because I did it early last week for the vacation, I didn't want to have to bring it with me on vacation, so I just did it 2 days early, and now I'm doing it 1 day early. And then next week it'll be back on Monday. And then since we got back, I have not exercised at all. I've been so tired, going to bed at 7:30. But today the workouts begin again. So anyway, I was averaging like 12,000 steps when we were in Disney and just not really eating that much because we were so busy, like we didn't even have time to eat. So that could have contributed to finally breaking that plateau. But, you know, 150 is on the horizon. I'm very excited about it. As far as periods go, they're still really, really bad. I've been bleeding since November 20th, maybe even slightly before that. And I have a doctor's appointment on, I think, the 18th, the 16th or the 18th. And I'm going to talk about that and maybe just try a different pill or something. But yeah, 152.6, so 153 basically, but almost there. It's gonna be any day now. I'm very excited. That's the update from vacation. It was really cool to not go on vacation and gain weight or like just want to eat the whole time. So some people like skip their shots while they're on vacation. I personally loved having it. I was pretty nauseous every day, but I think a lot of that was the air quality down there. It was so bad. There was so much smog every day. It was really, really bad. But plus traveling gives me like IBS, so I had some IBS issues on the way there and back and while we were there. 152.6 today, so I will come back when I'm at 150 even, and we'll talk about it. I'm about to do the dishes and clean my house, and I know I don't look great today either, but I just wanted to say I'm at 149.8, which I guess I missed the 150 mark. Maybe tomorrow I'll see 150 on the scale. But regardless, I am out of obese and into overweight as a 5 foot tall human person. Like, check in. Excuse my dirty house. I just got done making breakfast. This is my shirt. My pants are also all getting like really baggy, especially like right here in the butt area. And then like around the calf area, I'm getting like a lot more stretch than normal. I was stuck at that 157, 162, like in between there, for weeks. Probably 2 boxes of Wegovy, which is 8 weeks. I was stuck. So I don't know the exact date. So today my focus, I've got shit to do at 2 o'clock, and then I have shit to do at like 5. Still have to clean my house. So that's part of what's stressing me out. I've had 2 people now tell me to stop losing weight and that I'm getting too skinny. And I, first of all, am still considered like almost obese. Like I'm 1 pound away from obese at the moment. Second of all, I'm still like, I still have a lot of fat on me, like on my stomach, my thighs. I have lots left. So I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I get, maybe it's trying to be complimentary or whatever. And like the amount of people that are like, oh my god, you look so good. Like, cool. I still don't really see a difference. I really don't. I guess it's hard when it's you, like, watching yourself. But yeah, I still don't really see a difference. Anyway, I have to go. So I will be back, hopefully in like 10 more pounds. Okay, so I'm a mess. My house is a mess. Just ignore that. I'm cleaning today. Have not cleaned since Friday. Why, may you ask? Oh, it's also Thursday of the week after Friday. I got norovirus. Sorry, that noise you hear is my tea kettle. It's not exactly quiet. Got norovirus like 4 days before Christmas. My daughter brought it home, and then I got it, and then my fiance got it, and then everyone else is better now except for me. Taking some ibuprofen, and I'm gonna sit down for a little bit and hopefully feel good enough to get the house under control today, because it is a disaster and there's so much laundry. Hopefully I can get some stuff done today. Also, if I'm still feeling like shit tomorrow, if I'm still having nausea and all of that, I'm gonna go see my doctor. So that is the main thing. So I'm gonna go see her.